Hello everyone, our capstone project is designing an elevator using 8051 microcontroller. These are my teammates Godwin and Divya Prakash.
Now we are going to explain about this. Firstly, we have the microcontroller AT89C51, which is an 8-bit microcontroller from the Atmel 8051 family. The port 1 pins 0 to 5 are connected to the selection buttons, which are the inputs, and port 3 pins 0 to 3 are connected to the 7447 decoder. From the decoder, it is connected to the 7-segment display for the outputs of the display, which is basically showing the floor that is selected. Then from port 2, the pins 0 to 3 are connected to the motor driver, which operates the direction of the motor.
Here the floor buttons that has floor 0 to floor 5. Each button corresponds to floor request. The buttons are connected to port 1.0 to port 1.5 of the microcontroller U1. When the button is pressed, it pulls the corresponding microcontroller pin to the logic low, then reads the input and determines which floor is to be requested to be selected. Next, U1 at 89C51. Based on the pressed button, the microcontroller activates the motor to move the elevator to the desired floor. Sends a BCD code to U3 to update the floor number on the display. It outputs 4-bit BCD as a 4-bit BCD in port 2. In port 2, that represents current floor in different orders. Like if the ground floor was selected, BCD will be 0 0 0 0. If the floor 5 was selected, 0 1 0 1. As a binary coded decimal, it was represented. U3 7447, that's a BCD to 7-segment decoder. Nothing but the IC receives the BCD input from port 2 of the microcontroller. Then it converts the BCD code into proper signals to drive a 7-segment display. As 7-segment display, we know that BCD converter to 7-segment can be done by U3 7447. After that, U2, that's ULN200 is a motor driver now. The IC is used to interface the microcontroller within the elevator motor that sends a signal to U3 that rotates the motor up or down based on the current and target floor. That allows the microcontroller to control higher current loads, like the motor activates a relay driver. And the motor symbols M1 shows rotation direction based on the signal. Yeah, that's all.
Driver IC. The transistor array used to amplify the current for driving higher load components like motors. It is connected between the microcontroller and the motor. The decoder displays the current flow of the number. The motor represents the elevator motor, direction and control, and handle the microcontroller through driver. It simulates the elevator moving up and down between the floors. At last, the overview of the project. User presses a floor button. 8051 reads the input and determines which floor is selected. It sends a corresponding BC code to the 7447 decoder. The 7447 decoder drives the 7-segment displays showing the selected floor. Microcontroller also activates the motor through ULN to simulate elevator movement. Once the destination is reached, the displays update to show the current floor.